John Sullivan, would you come up to introduce Isaac Vaughn?
Pretty amazing to witness all the alumni and people I went to high school with and family members all in one room. This community of Mustangs is pretty impressive. I didn't realize the fabric of it all, and you kind of see it in this room, all the generations. You have current teachers, you have former instructors and administrators from Lincoln, just carrying on the pride of Mustangs. So it feels really good. It feels even better to stand in front of everyone and introduce one of the most special people in my life. That's how special he is. Is that your phone? Isaac and I met in homeroom, sophomores, 10th grade in Lincoln High School. And we've always known of each other because we both played in this PAL, Police Athletic League, for football. Isaac was always a level behind me, not in talent, not just in age. But we never knew each other. And our first meeting was in the 10th grade. At that time, I was playing JV football. Isaac chose to stay in the PAL for the 10th grade and continue playing. And so we would have arguments on who was a better team, the JV team at Lincoln High School or the PAL team that he was playing for. And so we got into it every once in a while, but we're just becoming good friends. But I distinctively remember our sophomore year, Isaac says he's going to run for junior class president. Am I correct? Junior class? Yeah. And I'm going like, what? Like, who's interested in high school government? But high school government people. So it was his speech to give out in the courtyard at lunchtime. Everybody at lunchtime is doing their thing. And I think there were 3 speakers. And I'm sitting there, I'm in support of him, because he's my friend. And the first 2 people come, they give their speeches, and no one's listening. Barely any people clap or even paying attention. Isaac gets up, and within halfway through his speech, the whole courtyard is quiet. He not only has my attention, but he has everybody's attention in that courtyard. And one of the parts of being a leader is having vision and having a lot of courage. In that speech, Isaac was able to relate to a bunch of 15-year-olds the importance of having purpose. And this experience is a very valuable experience, and this is going to be your time to be who you are and grow. And by the time he finished his speech, he almost got a standing ovation. Some people stood up and clapped. And at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm with him. And we just developed a very strong friendship. He is my chosen family. We've been through 45 years of life together. I need glasses now. What a shame.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, when I was reading the program, there were a couple of things that stood out to me. It just jumped right off the page. And he led the Mustangs, quote. Isaac led the 79 team to victory, quote. That's what I think about when I think of Isaac Vaughn, his leadership. He's always led, and I don't think leaders are born, but it's through struggle, determination, willpower, and hard work, a person becomes a leader. And in that 45 years, I've been able to watch him become a leader. In Isaac's case, it transcended the football field. He's always, just like in high school, it was more about sports. He also wanted to be involved in the student body. He wanted to lead other students and be a part of the community. The man you're about to meet is one of those rare human beings that strive for excellence in everything he does. He's strongly driven by his core values of courage, integrity, honesty, humanity, and a clear focus are all the ingredients that makes Isaac Vaughn. It's my honor. Come on up. I have a nickname for Isaac. Isaac Filibuster Vaughn. So I'm going to give you some of my time. So filibuster.
John, before you go.
Good evening. It is a real pleasure and honor to be before you tonight. I want to first start by recognizing my fellow honorees, Rosemary, Phil. It is truly humbling and a privilege to share this evening with both of you and your long list of accomplishments and contributions to the mighty Mustang Nation. I want to thank the Alumni Association. 28 years this institution of the Wall of Fame has existed. And it is through your work, your efforts, your vision, and your love of this school that you put on an event of this quality. I am humbled to now have my name alongside those previous honorees, not the least of which, the Honorable Martin Jenkins, California Supreme Court Justice, Mike Holmgren, Johnny Miller, Lawrence Tribe, Tony Serra, Terry Lowry, Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie. The list goes on and on and on. And I would be remiss if I didn't call out Izzy and David for your work in making this night truly special. John called me about a week ago And he asked me how I felt about receiving this award. And first thing I said is, damn, I'm getting old. This is not about Isaac the football player. This is lifetime achievement. And then when I started to take inventory, not only of what I did and have done, you start to ask, why? And for me, it was very clear. You do not accomplish what I've been so fortunate and blessed to do and experience and achieve without so many people who care about you as a person, as a human being. You know, my current boss, we've now worked together across 2 companies, and we always say to each other, in order for us to be successful, somebody outside of Uyala, someone outside of Zenefits, has to care as much about our success as we do. And that is so apropos for my life, because I am surrounded by so many people who care about my success, who want me to be successful just because they love me, they trust me, they believe in me. And I'm just going to take a few minutes to identify a few of those people. But the list is long and way too many. And we'd be here forever if I chronicled all of them. But indulge me for a minute. My head coach, Ray Reagans. Ray Reagans gave me the opportunity to lead, to prove that I could win, not only with my legs, but with my arm, and more importantly, with my head and my heart. And when I went down to Santa Clara, and initially was not getting the opportunity, and a lot of people in this room don't know this, it was Ray Reagans who called Pat Malley. And he said, you got a good one in Isaac Vaughn. Treat him right. And if you don't, that'll be the last Mustang you will recruit to Santa Clara. And I thank you for that. And he was there. And you know, Mustangs stick together. When I won that starting job at Santa Clara, we played San Francisco State. That was my first start. Who was there? Ray Reagans. That's what being a Mustang is all about. The Honorable Martin Jenkins wanted to be here so much tonight, but I guess when you're a California Supreme Court justice, you just can't move your schedule to get up there on Monday. But Marty, when I met him, was Coach Jenkins. He was in his second year of law school at USF. And he was, for me, the most amazing mentor. Took me down, introduced me to the coaches at Santa Clara, and was with me every step of the way up to tonight. And then my teammates. John Sullivan. You heard it. We met in homeroom over 40 years ago. Brothers then, brothers now. Zeph Lee gets on a plane, flies up here tonight. He said, Isaac, I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world. Dan Slade. Izzy said, Dan's got a table and there's more of them coming. Isaac, he's bringing them all out. Dan and I, Ebony and Ivory, all the way back to junior high. Behind the scenes, we were keeping the peace, keeping the brotherhood together. And the two Dons, Also part of that Gene Indy crew at Abraham Lincoln High School, Dan Haggerty, teammate, and Mike Slane, Dan's brother. Dealing. That's what it's all about. You know, when I went to Santa Clara, Marty said, you're going to meet some of the best people in your life. Two of those Santa Clara people are here tonight. David Drummond, Paris Greenwood, teammates. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my sister-in-law. I met her after my experience in Santa Clara, married to my brother, but she's also a Bronco. So every step of the way, I've had people with me, including the fourth person from Santa Clara here tonight. My wife of 30 years, Maria Nash Vaughn. Together we have two wonderful kids, Jacqueline and Joseph. They would have been here, except Jackie is on the East Coast supporting her brother while we're away. Joseph is a junior playing football at Yale, and we'll all be going back, including my parents and my younger brother, to support Joseph in that game against the team from the north. But Maria is not only my wonderful wife of over 30 years and the mother of our two kids. She truly is my consigliere. She was the one who convinced me that I had a future in law, that led me to Wilson Sonsini, becoming, along with David, only the second and third African-American partners in the firm, and the first two in the corporate practice. I had a 14-year run, worked with some of the most amazing technology companies, grew as a person. I tell people I went to law school and graduated from the University of Michigan, and I got my MBA at Wilson Sonsini. And it was that same consigliere who then convinced me that if I left and pursued the path that I ultimately pursued, entrepreneurialism and now a senior executive at a software company, that I too could do that, that my full talents and abilities would be put to use, and I could have success. That's who I'm surrounded by. But last, and certainly not least, Mom, Dad, Lionel, Daniel, thank you for your love, your support, your continued belief in me. Tonight, it's not just Isaac being inducted into the Wall of Fame. It's all of you. Because every step, every milestone, every experience, every high, every low, just like tonight, you've always been there. In closing, to that school, high on the hilltop, mid sand and sea, we will honor thee forever. In honoring me tonight, you also honor my family, a proud San Francisco family, and I thank you for that. And perhaps many, many, many years down the road, if someone walks by that plaque and sees that face and sees that name, and they say, wow, I wonder what his story is beyond the words. And I will tell them, I am the living example of what is possible when around you and throughout your journey, you have people who care about you, who believe in you and allow you to grow into who you're meant to be. Thank you all very, very much.